Thank you so much for the question. I think my organization has been out knocking on doors before the debate, since the debate. They've been out making phone calls. And what they are hearing from voters is what they are looking for, both in tonight's speech, but also in these next critical 100-plus days, is someone who is talking about the issues that people care about. And the issues that we are hearing over and over again, that we are hearing both the president and our presumptive nominee talk about, are the kitchen table issues, like the economy, like reproductive freedom. And we are just really grateful that they continue to lead on the issues that matter most to the American people. Well, first off, I think the range in the polls is something that I think we are all paying close attention to. It's been just a couple of days. We see some polls where she's up by 4 points, some where Trump is up by over 4 points. So there's a lot of noise. The poll that I want to return to something that the governor was saying just around the issues that folks are caring about in terms of the economy. To me, a really grounding poll that also resonates with what we've been hearing from voters every single day that we've been pounding the pavement is economy is the number one issue, and Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are tied on the economy. Voters, when the questions are asked about where do these two candidates stand in terms of the prices, as the governor said, people care about the prices of their grocery bills, their gas prices. They see Kamala Harris and Donald Trump as tied. And so to your question of where's the opportunity for her to campaign, there is tremendous opportunity. The party is fired up. They heard them denounce this kind of stuff over and over and over. We heard them denounce any kind of violence during Black Lives Matter.
No.
We heard them denounce a lot of this stuff.
We were told during Black Lives Matter you had to call it out for what it was. You had to call things out individually. Same with January 6th. But when there's this stuff going on, all hate is bad. It's not about
That's not what I've heard from a single Democrat. So I think what's happening here, which is real, is there are real policy disagreements within the Democratic Party right now. That's real. And so I understand that Republicans and shows like this want to sort of spotlight those disagreements in a moment where there's actually tremendous unity in the party, tremendous energy in the party. But my volunteers have been out knocking on doors. Not a single person is talking about what's happening in the war in Gaza. They're talking about the economy. They're talking about reproductive freedom. They're talking about infrastructure. They're talking about the need for childcare. So I totally get the line of questioning and respect it. But I also just think, these are the policy disagreements that we talk about a lot in Washington. These are not the policy disagreements that any frontline Democrat for the House, for the Senate, and certainly not what the presumptive nominee Kamala Harris is going to be hearing from voters every single day. A lot of campaigns have done that very well. I think the engagement of celebrities at organizations like ours at Swing Left does lead to more volunteers, more donations. We see that time and time again. And Taylor Swift has already engaged in this election cycle with an organization called Vote.org, where she helped a huge number of people register to vote. So I think what we're seeing here is, I know there's a lot of FOMO in the Republican Party because a lot of the celebrities whose music they love, whose movies they love, are on the side of the majority of Americans who support issues like reproductive freedom, where 80% of Americans are Democrats. I think this is a moment about the history books. I don't think it was unintentional that his announcement was in presidential letterhead because I think what he's thinking a lot about is his legacy. His legacy is as one of the most impressive and effective presidents who's going to leave a mark that I think we'll look back on as someone like FDR. So I think tonight is part of that legacy creation. He has passed the baton to a candidate that has really unified the party in Kamala Harris. There is tremendous energy. And so I think, as you rightly said from that Politico article, this is a moment that we are going to be reading about for many, many years. And I think that is the primary thing that is on his mind.